Now we are going to practice few questions which are based on successive percentage change. So this is the very first question. So what you have to do is first pause the video, try solving this on your own, and then after that you can see how I am going to solve. So first pause and try it. Now let's read the question first. Question is saying a number is first decreases by 15% and then it is further decreased by 20%. The original number has altogether decreased by. So initially you can see there is a decrease of 15% and then there is a again decrease of 20%. So we can consider it to be two successive decreases of 15% and 20%. Again we can use the formula A plus B plus AB upon 100. So again, as we have to put numbers with sign, so minus 15, minus 20 plus minus 15 into minus 20 divided by 100. Now this will become how much? This will become minus 35. This will become plus 20. So this will become 5 and this will become 3. So finally we will have plus 3. Overall if we solve, so we will get minus 32%. It means the overall decrease after a 15% decrease and then a consecutive 20% decrease will be a 32% decrease. So match your answer whether your answer was correct or incorrect. Now we'll try another question. So now let's try the second question. Again, pause the video, try to solve this question and then you can watch the solution. Now in this question it says, what must be the total percentage change in the volume of a cuboid if its length and width are decreased by 20% and 30% respectively, while its height is increased by 40. So first I am just writing the things down, like there is a decrease of 20%, then there is a decrease of 30%, and then there is an increase of 40%. Now, some people think that successive formula can be used only for a single quantity, but no, that's not correct. Successive formula can be used wherever there is a multiplication of two or more numbers. For example, to calculate the volume, we need to multiply length, width and height. So in case of volume, we can use this successive percentage change formula. But the thing is that there are three quantities. And in our formula, we have just studied two quantities A and B. So which two quantities are we going to use or how we can use the formula? So the first thing that we have studied, that order is not important. You can take these two first. Whatever the answer came, you can club this with this 40. Okay, this is also a case. Or what you can do, you can initially take minus 30 and 40, then you can combine it with 20, or you can take 20 or 40, or you can combine it with 30. So you can take any two first and then you can combine it with the third one. So what we are going to do, we are going to take 20 and 40 first, and then whatever answer will come, then I will solve it again with the 31. Okay, so let's try this. So initially I am taking 20, so this is in the negative sign, so minus 20, and 40 because it is with a positive sign. So we can use the formula like A plus B plus A into B divided by 100. So if I simplify this, this will be 20 because 40 minus 20 will be 20, and minus from here we will get 8. So the final answer from here will be 12. And now because the sign of 12 is positive, so we are going to consider it as a positive number. But this is not the answer. We are also left with 30. So now what we are going to do, we are going to combine this positive 12 with this negative 30. So again we can use that formula. So how we can use the formula? We can simply say 12 minus 30 minus 12 into 30 divided by 100. So how we can simplify this? This will become minus 18. And if you simplify this, this will become minus 3.6. So at the end, this will become 21.6 with a negative sign. So we can say that there will be an overall decrease in the volume of 21.6%. So that is the answer in this case. So I hope you got this question as well. Now we'll try the third question. So here is the third question. Again, pause the video, try out this question, find the answer, and then you can match it with the solution. Now, in this question, if you see, first we are going to read the question. The price of a commodity increases by 20% in the first year. So I'll highlight these things. Increases by 20% in the first year and 25% in the second year. So we can say that there are two increases. One is of 20% and the second one is of 25%. Because they are increases, that's why I have considered them with a positive sign. Now it says after 2 years the price is 900. So this time price is also given. In the earlier questions there was no price given to us. What was the original price of the commodity? So this price is after the increase. So first let us find how much increase is being done. So again we can use the formula that 20 plus 25, because they both are positive, so we won't be worried about the sign that much, into 25 divided by 100. So this will be 45 plus this will be 5 if you simplify. So finally we will get 50. It means there was an increase of 50%. And if there is an increase of 50%, so we can write it as, let's say if the initial value is x, and if there is an increase of 50%, so the next number that we will get will be 1.5x. That is pretty simple. Now we know that 1.5x is equal to this 900. So from this we can simply find the value of x, and that will be 900 divided by 1.5, which is simply 600. So we can say that the original price was 600 rupees. So I hope you get this question. Now we'll move on to the next question, and now the difficulty level will also slightly increase. Let's start with the next question. First we are going to read question. Question says, on a train journey there are 5 kinds of tickets: AC1, AC2, AC3, third tier and general. The relationship between the rates of the tickets for the Ural is, now some data is given to you that AC second is 20% higher than AC third, and AC1 is 70% of AC third's value higher than the AC second ticket's value. The third tier ticket is 25% of the AC first ticket cost, and the general ticket is 1/3 the price of the AC second ticket. The AC second ticket costs 780 euros between London and Paris. The difference in the rates of 3 tiers and the general ticket is. So basically we need to find out the difference between third tier ticket price and the general ticket price. So if we directly read this question and try to solve, then it will become a little bit complicated for us because there is too much data which is given to us. So what we are going to do, we are going to read it slowly and just write down the things that are given. Okay, so let's read it now. So we know that the relationship is given as AC second ticket is 20% higher than AC third. So how I can write this, that AC second is, now what do we mean by 20% higher? 20% higher means it will be 1.2 times of AC third. So this is one data that we have. Now let's read the next. Next is that AC1 is 70% of the third's value higher than the AC second ticket. Now this is a little bit, you can say, a complicated statement which is not that easy to grasp. So how we are going to read this? So we can say that AC first ticket is 70% of AC third's value. So we can say 0.7 times AC third more than means added higher than the AC second ticket value. So plus AC second will also be written over here. Okay, so this is the relation for AC first. Again I am repeating, AC first is saying 70% of AC third. So 70% of AC third. Then it says higher than AC second's ticket value. So this much higher than AC second's value. So let's say if AC second is 100, then this will be 100 plus 70% of AC third. So in that way we need to form this equation. Let's read further. Next it is saying the third tier ticket is 25% of AC first ticket cost. So I can write it, third tier is 25%, I can say 1/4 times of AC first ticket cost. So whatever will be the cost of AC first. The next statement that we have is that the general ticket is 1/3 the price of the AC second ticket. So now I can write that general ticket is how much? This is 1/3 the price of AC second. So 1/3 the price of AC second. So these are the expressions that we got after reading the question. Now let's read it further. AC second ticket costs 780 euros. Now I have a data. What is the data? That AC second is how much? This is 780. Now from this I can find out the other data. Like now I can find this AC third. So what will be AC third? AC third will be simply 780 divided by 1.2. And how much it will be? It will be 650. Now, how we can calculate AC first? So simply AC first will be equal to 70% of AC third. So we can say 0.7 times of AC third, which is 650 now, plus 780. So this will be the cost of AC first ticket. So if you will solve this, this will come out to be 1235. So the AC first ticket's price comes out to be 1235. Next we need to find the third tier ticket. So third tier ticket is what? It is 1/4 of AC first. So what is 1/4 of AC first? It will be simply 1235 divided by 4, 308.75. And now we also need to find the general ticket, which is 1/3 of AC2. So the price of general ticket I am writing here, that is 1/3 of AC2. AC2 is 780. So this will be how much? You can simply cancel this. So that is 260. So you need to find the difference between 3 tier and the general ticket. So need to calculate the difference between 308.75 and 260. So once you will calculate this, you will get the answer as option B, which is 48.75 euros. So in this way you can calculate and you can simplify this question. Pretty easy question. The only thing was the language issue. If you are going to read it simply, you can easily solve this question. So now let's try the next question, which is question number 5. First of all, we are going to read it very carefully. So let's start reading this. Question says, in the mock CAT paper at MBA ROI, questions were asked in 5 sections. Out of total students, 5% candidates cleared the cutoff in all the sections. So we can say in all the 5 sections who cleared the cutoff were how much? They were 5%. Next it says 5% cleared none. So we can say the people who cleared sections cleared cutoff in 0 sections is again 5%. Next is of the rest. So this is very important. Of the rest means of the rest people, out of 100%, 10% are already in the consideration. Now rest are how many? Rest are 90%. So out of 90%, 25% cleared only one section. So we can say that one section was cleared by how many? This will be how much? Question is saying 25%. 25% means 1/4. So this will be 22.5%. So this 25% we should not consider for the exact 100%. We should have considered for rest 90%. Now next it says and 20% cleared 4 sections. So similarly this is also based on 90%, that 4 sections cutoff was cleared by how many people? 90 times 1/5. Now remember, I have told you the concept of fraction to percent conversion. So similarly I am using 20% is what? 20% is 1/5. Similarly 25% was 1/4. So similarly you need to use these things. So this will be how much? This will be 18%. Now next is 24.5% of the entire candidate. So this 24.5% is of what? Total 100%. How many cleared the cutoff? So cleared 2 sections. So it means we can say that 2 sections cutoff was cleared by how many? It was cleared by 24.5. and then it says 300 candidates cleared 3 sections. So 3 sections cutoff was cleared by how many? This was cleared by 300 students. Now this is what? This is the number of students that we have. Earlier we were having only percentage. So what we can do, we all know that total there are how much percentage? There is 100%. This is 5%, this is 5%, this is 22.5%, this is 18%, this is 24.5%. So all these constitute, if you add all these, they will be how much? They will be 75%. So it means 5 sections cleared cutoff, 0 sections, 1 section, 4 section, 2 sections. They all constitute 75%. So we can say this 3 section is what? This is the remaining 25%. Now we know that the value of 25% is how much? It is 300. So what will be the value of 100%? How you can calculate? You can say 1 by 4th is how much? 1 by 4th is 300. So how much will be the value of 1? So you can directly multiply it by 4. So the value of 1 will be how much? It will be 1200. So the final answer will be option B, and that is 1200. So I hope you get this question. Now we have completed the percentage topic. In the next videos, we are going to start with another topic of profit and loss.